It's nearly 3 weeks after Election Day, and they're once again counting votes in Wisconsin.
We're focusing on making sure that the number of absentee ballots equals the number of envelopes that they were shipped in.
Greg Plummer is one of the many tabulators working the tables at the Monona Terrace Convention Center here in Madison, Wisconsin.
And we're also double checking to make sure that all the correct information is on the envelopes, and we're then displaying that to the observers so that they understand exactly what we have.
That process hasn't been entirely smooth, with state officials accusing the Trump campaign of obstructing the process in some cases by objecting to every ballot that tabulators pulled in Milwaukee County. The Trump campaign has paid for this recount as the difference was too large at over 20,000 votes to trigger an automatic recount.
It doesn't look like a sincere effort to raise real challenges about the election and try to overturn the result.
Barry Burden is director of the Elections Research Center at UW-Madison, who points to the fact that the Trump campaign only chose to recount the ballots in Milwaukee and Dane counties, the two most Democratic counties.
A campaign that was serious about that would have been involved in the canvassing process, or would be observing the audit of voting machines, or would have been watching the absentee voting process in person, which they have a number of complaints about.
Just blocks away from the recounting, some small weekend protests took place in front of Wisconsin's Capitol.
I voted for President Donald Trump, and I'm very concerned that many of the votes in the state of Wisconsin were counted incorrectly, or there were votes submitted illegally. And I'm here to stand for a legal process of counting votes in the state of Wisconsin.
Well, we know it's not going to change anything. The margin of victory is way too high. You know, it's ridiculous to think that it's going to change 20,000 votes. So anyone, you know, believing that should look at Georgia or look at other states and just recognize that Biden won the election.
This isn't a new exercise for Wisconsin voters, and Barry Burden doesn't expect a new result either.
The recount that happened 4 years ago that resulted in Trump's victory involved a look at every ballot in the state, and it also uncovered very few changes or concerns. Out of the roughly 3 million votes that were cast in that election, only 131 changed in terms of the margin between Clinton and Trump. I would expect a recount this year in Wisconsin would be the same.
And sometime in the next 10 days, the counting will be complete. Michael Schur, NewsNation, Madison, Wisconsin.